Hello friends, and welcome to Fishcraft. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so very much. I have been a really big fan of fishing in video games for pretty much as long as I can remember. From playing Pokemon Crystal for hours, fishing outside of Goldenrod City, to watching my older brother fish in Dark Cloud 2. Fishing has been a huge part of my life. So when I discovered fishing in Minecraft, I was immediately drawn in, and I've loved it ever since. And because I loved it so much, in August of 2024, I decided to create a survival series called Fishcraft, where I gave myself the goal of catching 100,000 fish. And at first, that definitely sounded really intimidating, but with a little bit of persistence, in roughly about 5,000 fish caught per week, we did manage to get it done in just about 5 months, I think, and we even kept our 100,000th fish as a souvenir. All to say that 100,000 fish has been completed, so in true fishmonger fashion, I've changed my goal to 200,000 fish, which brings us to where we are today, at a whopping 198,761 fish caught. And that means we've only got like 1,300 more fish to catch, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing in today's video. Now, typically, whenever I do my fishing for a video, a lot of the time it's in the form of a time lapse of or some form of another. And I reckon it's probably a good idea to stick to tradition when doing these big milestones and stuff. Goodness, that was hard to say. My original plan for this video was to do all of the fishing kind of in real time, so and like time it and stuff so you could see just how long it takes, but that's all really boring, so I decided against it. So I'm just gonna do my time lapse and stuff. I hope that's okay. It already is really hard to make fishing entertaining as a time-lapse. I can't imagine how boring it'd be if I was just popped in the same spot the whole video. And in order to prepare, I did already go and I emptied out every single shulker box I have. Uh-oh. I'll just take that. You didn't see that. I did go and I emptied all my shulker boxes so that I've got room for all the different items that I'm going to be catching, but mostly fish. I did also just move my shulker boxes over to the Sunflower, which is the name of this ship, by the way, because this is where I'm going to be doing my fishing. I don't know why, but I really like to do my fishing while I'm facing the ocean. It's just a nice view, and I really like the water. So without further ado, let's get to the 200,000 fish. And that's exactly what we did. It only took like, what, 4.5 hours to catch 1,300 fish? I think that's a pretty good amount of time. I'm pretty sure that's about how long it usually takes. Although we did stop, I think, 10 fish short so that I could actually get it on actual camera. I think I said that wrong, but it's okay, you understand. It's been a really long night. I've been fishing pretty much the entire night so far, and we are now at a total of 199,990. So we've got 10 more fish we need to catch. Now for my 100,000th fish, I caught a cod. And I've had it inside my ender chest pretty much this entire time now, which is like over 100 days ago now. Goodness, it goes by so quickly. And I'm hoping that for my next fish that I'll be having as like the milestone. I mean, for my 200,000 fish, I'm hoping that I'll be able to catch at least a different fish. So I'm hoping for either a pufferfish, a salmon, or if we're super lucky, a tropical fish. Not that it matters, of course. It just is preference. We've got a cod already, so I was hoping to get one that was slightly more rare, but only time will tell. We've only got 5 more fish to go. I love that it's raining and it's dark. This gives such a good atmosphere for such a dramatic moment for me. Although it's not entirely dramatic, I just like to be dramatic. That's right, I forgot. Hold on, I completely forgot. I didn't want to catch my 200,000th fish here. I wanted to catch it over here on the dock that I made in my very first episode, where I caught my very first fish and also my 100,000th. And the sun's coming up too. All right, here we go. We just got, what, 3 fish left? 2 fish left even? I've been waiting so long. Just 1 more fish. What's it gonna be? Come on, pufferfish, come on. It's a pufferfish! We got a pufferfish! Let's go! I'll be honest, I was rooting for the pufferfish. I don't know why, it just looks like a cute little thing to be hanging up somewhere. Look at that! 200,000 fish caught! And it only took me however long ago August was. That's not so bad. When I first started this series, I thought for sure that just getting to 100,000 fish was gonna take me years. Little did I know. Turns out, when you love doing something, it's pretty easy to get the numbers up pretty high. Alright, now we just gotta go and take this pufferfish to the nearest anvil, which I think is inside my starter house. Yeah, here we go. My 200,000th fish. It's a pufferfish! I've played this game a lot. I've played this game a lot. Now we gotta get these 2 into my ender chest for safekeepings, of course, because I have a plan for today's video that has to do with these 2 fish that I just got. Well, the pufferfish that I just got. I already had the cod. You get it, you get it. So in my last video, I created a little tiny little fishing village over here behind me that I don't think has a name yet, but I did make it, and I saw a comment that somebody left saying that I should add something like a tavern or a sailor's lounge or something like that. And I think that's a fantastic idea, especially now that I have two trophy fish that I need to put somewhere. So I reckon, why not make an entire tavern and we'll just put the two fish on the wall, kind of like a Krusty Krab deal where he's got the $1 millionth on a painting. I don't know, I just thought it was a cute idea. So that's what we're gonna do in today's video. We are building ourselves a sailor's lounge slash tavern thingy thing. What just happened? Whoa. All right, I'm just gonna call out of here. Oh, the rain's gone. Oh, I could have kept fishing. I forgot. Some fishmonger I am. As I was saying, I have plans to build a big old tavern right here directly behind me where this tree is. I might have to replant that somewhere. That's a cute little tree. And because I do plan on having this video slightly shorter than normal, I'm just gonna get to building it right now. So let's go. And probably for the first time in this entire Fishcraft series, while I was building this in my creative world, I kept on telling myself that I didn't want to add much of the vibrant colors because the whole fishing village that it's in, a lot of it is like spruce and mangrove, and it's very like wood and like earthy tones. But I just couldn't help myself. Every time I build something, I just can't help but to add just a bunch of random colors into it. Like this behind me is a perfect example. This is supposed to be a furnace, or a kiln, or what is this, an oven? Yes, an oven. I don't know why I made it purple, but I do love it, as I do the rest of this little tavern, which also needs a name. I did also go through and I added a bunch of farmland around the building because, as I mentioned before, this fishing village it's all earthy tones and like wood stuff, right? So I felt like it was missing some oranger colors and like yellows and stuff, although I don't really understand color theory at all or anything about it even a little bit. It just is what my brain was telling me. So I added a whole bunch of wheat and a whole bunch of carrots and a little tiny little path leading to a small little park bench where we could just sit and relax under the moonlight. Whoopsie. I completely forgot the whole reason I made this tavern, to store my two fish on the wall. Now, I know I bigged up this tavern and the whole fish idea, but honestly, I wasn't sure what to do. So by the end of building this entire tavern, just these two little glow signs are the only things I ended up with. And I do still really like it. It's quite simple. I think it's charming, and this is a sailor's lounge after all, right? So we've got the two fish on the wall, kind of like the story. I don't know, something's there, right? It'll figure itself out. Here it is from the outside. It's quite colorful compared to the rest of these buildings, but honestly, I think that's gonna have to be okay because originally I made this village as a form of a placeholder just to give myself something to look at while I'm doing my fishing and stuff off the wharf over here, while also keeping room for the future dockyard that I had in mind for this area. But I feel like this is a good centerpiece, right? And usually centerpieces, they are the ones that need all the color, otherwise everything is going to be clashing together, and it's going to be a nightmare. But on the whole, I am quite happy with this, and there's my cat in the background. I really didn't know what to do with this chimney here, so I kind of just left it as a big as a big block to stick it off the side here, while also giving it just a little bit of texturing so that it looks like it fits more into the landscape than just a giant like brick thing sticking off the side. I really love it, and for some reason, my favorite part of this whole build is this little park bench. It's just so peaceful. I just want to do some fishing. Also, I forgot to mention that this little tavern that we just made is in desperate need of a name, but also so is the little settlement that it's connected to. So if anybody's got any good name suggestions for this place, do please let me know, and I will do my very best to get it added in the next video. Oh, wait a second. I just realized I already did my fishing for the video. Geez, that feels weird. Usually when I do these videos, I have my fishing at the end of them. So now that I've done it already, I don't have any way to end this. That's okay though. I've had such a blast doing this video, but I can't believe it. I finally reached 200,000 fish caught. That is a crazy milestone that I never thought I would reach in less than a year even. Good grief. I need to go outside more often, or I need to fish more. I can't tell which one is which, but I'm glad we added the tavern. I'm glad we did all our fishing. This has been a lovely time. So I thank you all so very much for watching this episode of Fishcraft. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.